Welcome to Horncastle Arena in Christchurch for round 6 Super Sunday. There were 3 games of netball today, Marie. The first one was the Stars versus the Steel. The Steel coming away with the win by 3. Sum up the game for me.
Wow, Dana, it's really hard. The Steel were clinical, as we always expect from them. The Stars, they had enough turnover, and that's what we talked about today. They needed, from their game that they played before against the Steel, they really needed more ball. And this lady here, Selby Rickett, was a key catalyst. In those moments when they needed someone to pick up the ball, she quite often created a turnover. At one stage, I think the ball went back and forth, and she kept on getting it for her team. She just has that, she's just experienced. She has that ability to just come up with a ball like that you just don't expect, and she's so calm down there, and she's got some young defenders in the back there that she's really helping them grow and supporting them well.
And she linked in beautifully with Wendy Frew, as we know, is always someone that can lift her side. But for the Stars, it wasn't all doom and gloom. Grace Carter, she did a good job trying to really lift things from wing attack, but again they just didn't have that finishing off.
Yeah, and I think that's key. I think through court, she's always an option for the Stars team. She hits the circle edge, and another player that has a lot of time, she directs play down there. They are quite a new lineup. They've got Fowler in at centre, and she hasn't played there before. So just her leadership that she's had this year and that ability to, grow her game has been outstanding.
Yeah, and it was good to see Paula Griffin. She got her 100th game, but still the same result for the Stars, winless. But the next game, it was the Tactics versus the Magic, and it was only by 1. The Magic coming away in the dying minutes. But someone for the Tactics you just can't ask any more of is Temalisi Whakahotau.
Yeah, we talk about her every week, and there's reasons for that, because she is just an energiser in there. She just provides the Tactics that spark when they need it. She gets plenty of ball. Her combination with Jane Watson has been outstanding and continues to grow. They just have this really good connection where they seem to know where each of them, where they are, and they flick the ball to each other. She puts her body on the line, and she gets so much ball for that Tactics team.
Yeah, her and Jane Watson, they must be getting a little frustrated though, because again it was the shooting stats that let them down. Magic, they didn't have a problem with their shooting stats, particularly this lady, Lenise Potgieter, and she had a couple of different goal attacks she had to work with throughout the game.
Yeah, well, since she's come back from injury, it's really been the spark that the Magic have needed in that shooting circle. She is always an option, and what I love is that really quick shooting style that she has, because it doesn't allow the defenders to set up on their mark on her. She's really accurate, and as you said, she had really good supporting players in Faulkner and Malasala, who both shot at 100%. So yeah, a really good outing for that Magic team. They were disappointed, don't be fair, because they had a 6-goal lead, but sometimes you just have to grind it out.
Well, look, all of a sudden they're threatening that top 3, aren't they? They're really starting to get their mojo. Well, the last game of the day was the Mystics versus the Pulse. The Pulse beat the Mystics by 22 goals only a few days ago. Well, it was reversed today. It wasn't 22 goals, it was 1, but it was the Mystics that came away with the win. What was different?
Oh, well, I just think, the Mystic side really went away and did a lot of soul-searching, which you do when you don't have such a good game, but their defence was where it was at, and Phoenix Karaka was outstanding in that defensive circle, but she just had really good support with Harrison and Sokolic Beatson. I think this is definitely their best defensive lineup, and as we said, they got more ball, but then they had that ability to take the ball down court and score it. She just seemed to be everywhere, and yeah, she was really impressive.
And I think part of that too was Anna Harrison out the front. She was lifting that ball up, wasn't she, from wing defence. Katrina Grant, from captain, she picked up some clutch ball in those dying minutes. Wasn't quite enough ball that they needed, but again, she's setting that standard.
Yeah, she really did set the standard, and she came through for, as you say, 2 really massive plays for her team. The Mystics were out by 4 with about 5 minutes to go. She got an intercept, then that took them back to 2, and then she got another intercept. But yeah, she just looks like she's enjoying it, and as a player, that when you are enjoying it, you just tend to play better. She just is playing with freedom, and is really leading that team well. It was such a fantastic game. I cannot fault the quality of that game.
And especially that winning goal right at the end. Mess getting the one out. Here we can see it here. She was falling out the back. This is literally right on the whistle. So outstanding, and great to see Bailey Mess have such a positive result. Well, let's look at the results from today. The great thing is, look how close those games were. It was awesome to be here in the stadium with such close matches, only 3 in the first and 1 in those last 2 matches. That's the way we love to see our netball. And coming up, there's more netball. Round 6 has not over. Tomorrow night here in the same arena is the Tactics versus the Steel, and it's finished off on Wednesday night, the Magic versus the Stars. So, it's been a massive day, 6 hours of netball, but it's been close netball. We've loved it. That's all we've got time for here at Horncastle Arena. Good evening.